Professor A is an endocrinologist at a university hospital, specializing in treating patients with diabetes. At a medical conference, he learned that a domestic pharmaceutical company B had recently developed a new diabetes drug. Shortly after, Dr. A purchased 5,000 shares of Company B on the stock market. He then began prescribing the new drug developed by Company B to his patients. Is Professor A's behavior problematic?
In modern society, medical practice is entrusted exclusively to physicians. The reason for this exclusivity is that, while allowing only doctors to provide medical care can lead to certain issues, but it is considered a more effective way to control and minimize harm than if medical care were unregulated or performed by non-experts. This trust allows physicians to act in ways that protect patient safety, ensure quality care, and advance medical standards. However, public trust in doctors is not unconditional. One major reason people lose trust in physicians is conflicts of interest. A conflict of interest occurs when a professional's judgment regarding a primary interest, such as patient welfare, is unduly influenced by a secondary interest, such as financial gain, personal relationships, or institutional pressure. Many conflicts of interest in medicine arise because physicians are positioned within multiple social networks with conflicting expectations. For example, the patient expects the doctor to provide the best care with minimal tests and treatments. The hospital expects the doctor to generate more revenue. Sponsors of clinical trials hope for positive outcomes. Universities demand research productivity and publications. Because of these overlapping expectations, conflicts of interest are often unavoidable. And while some conflicts can have neutral or even positive effects, the most problematic cases usually involve financial incentives. Of course, conflicts' financial incentives can vary in severity. For example, if a doctor receiving a free meal, promotional material, or a modest speaking fee from a pharmaceutical company represents a low-level conflict. But if a doctor owns stock in the company, receives substantial consulting fees, or accepts kickbacks in exchange for prescriptions, the conflict becomes much more serious. However, people concerned that even small financial ties can subtly influence prescribing behavior. In that situation, if a physician has a financial stake in a company, the risk of biasing medical decisions grows significantly, potentially prioritizing profit over patient welfare. How do other countries regulate this? In Germany and Japan, physicians in public hospitals or universities are considered public officials. Giving or receiving bribes is treated very seriously. In the United States, giving a physician anything that could be considered a bribe can be punished by up to 5 years in prison. The American Medical Association allows only small gifts or meals valued at under $100. In Canada, the Canadian Medical Association prohibits all gifts and payments from industry. In United Kingdom, doctors are explicitly prohibited from accepting any gifts or invitations that could influence prescriptions or referrals. A recent real case in the US highlights this issue. An associate professor at the University of Chicago School of Medicine participated as a lead investigator in a clinical trial for a California-based biotech company. Before the positive trial results were announced, he secretly bought 8,000 shares of the company's stock. When the results were made public, the company's stock price skyrocketed. He sold his shares at 4 times the purchase price, earning $134,000 in profit. Prosecutors charged him with insider trading and fraud, and the university suspended him. This illustrates how unmanaged conflicts can severely damage medical integrity. Not every conflict is unethical by default, but failure to disclose or manage them appropriately can erode trust in the profession. We know that it's also difficult to draw clear boundaries between what constitutes a conflict and what doesn't. For example, is it unethical if a patient asks a doctor to reduce treatment costs as much as possible? What if a hospital rewards doctors with performance bonuses for high revenue? If a clinical study sponsor pressures a researcher to produce favorable results? What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments.